fire west of Pleasant Valley Road, keep the fire south of Sweetland Creek, and keep the fire east of the Yuba River. And now with the situational update, night operations.
I'm going to set this here real quick.
Yeah.
Testing. Good morning. Thank you all for being here, coming to help us out with the incident. My name is Matt Wallen. I'm the local battalion chief for this area, and I have some pretty important information to pass on to you with regard to what took place yesterday. Starting in Division Alpha at the origin, we were able to get good hose lay and good holding line by hand line up into the the division break into what we identified as hotel last night about 2 a.m. There's a pond here for reference on the map where that break is going to be. Moving up into hotel, as we started that last night, we hit it pretty hard. I inserted 15 engines, 5 dozers, and about 5 hand crews that the dozers kind of ran out of earth that they could push about halfway into hotel. Hand crews and engine companies with hose lays proceeded to the north, doing pretty good perimeter control, but it's pretty inaccessible and pretty steep. The northern half of hotel into Division Mike, in around to about most of Division Papa, is largely uncontrolled open fire line. And that is due to inaccessibility into the river drainage itself. Very steep, very rocky, a lot of personnel hazards on the line itself. So please brief your crews on that. The fire activity on this portion of the fire last night was pretty insignificant, mainly rollout and progression upward. It's probably about 1,000 feet from the river bottom itself. I want you guys to have your heads on a swivel today for any kind of spot fire activity. When we start getting spots, you hear somebody reporting spots. That means if it's another part of the fire, but the conditions have cured enough that you're going to start seeing that activity in other areas. And our biggest concern is going to be across the canyon. So with the wind shifts and so forth, a heads up there. Division Papa, and this is held up into a predominant power line clearing road. But again, the access of the underslung line is going to be very difficult. A lot of hand crew hiking in footwork, long extended hose lays. We do have some pumping platforms set up and established in hotel and near drop point 10 on Division Papa. Continuing on around the fire, Division Romeo and Division X-ray were our least of our issues yesterday, but again, we're not going to turn our back on that. We do have about 50 to 75 feet of good mop-up depth, as well as dozer line and hand line on both of these divisions. So, but again, being assigned there does not mean that you're going to be complacent. I do expect down canyon wind shifts today. We do have a large contingency line put in about 3 to 4 dozer blades wide that is going out to the community of French Corral, kind of securing our back door in that event that we do get a sudden wind shift. And that's going to be about it. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, good morning, folks. My name is Brian Mackwood. I'm day ops for today, and I want to run through a quick roll call, please. Branch 1, Tom Browning. Here. Division Alpha, Smuts. Here. Division Hotel, Coos. Here. Division Mike, Moffitt. Here. Branch 5, Walton. Division Papa, Watkins. Here. Division Romeo, Cunningham. Here. Division X-Ray Chapman. Here. Okay, very good, folks. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about our day operations. You got a good night brief. We'll run around the horn as well. Division Alpha is looking good. It really is. They've got good line established in there. What they don't have is the depth, okay? So we need to get our folks in there, get working, get depth built in that. Make sure we've got validation of line, whether it's dozer or hand line, push through all the way through Alpha, through the break, and up in hotel. That is all looking fairly decent. Once you hit mid-hotel in here, that's where things change a little bit, okay? We've got to get down to that river bottom somehow. We had a little pre-brief this morning. They're engaged on that right now. Hotel's engaged on it, but just understand, we're going to be bird dogging that pretty hard to try to find a way to get down to that river bottom. As you move up through the branch up into Division Mike, all the way through Papa, coming down into Romeo. I'm going to tell you right now, we've had some fire history in this area, and we are today at critical mode. We got the next 24 hours to hopefully secure this in. If that fire jumps that Yuba River, we are going to have some significant issues, and I'll tell you right now, it's a decision point for the ops, what we're going to do with that. So a couple of things in there. Find access down to the river bottom if we can get it, okay? Secondly, I need to get some lookouts in there that make sure they're monitoring all that fire activity, and if we get something that pushes across the Yuba drainage in there, moves up into Yuba County, I need to know that immediately. If you can't get a hold of me, please get a hold of Air Attack or Helco. That's going to probably be up over the fire, okay? Again, moving over to Branch 5, running down in Division X-Ray. Again, it's looking good, but here's the bottom line. They had a hell of a firefight yesterday, okay? For the divisions and branches, I need you to get out there and please validate all the line that's established. Dozers were moving all over in there. Super crazy. We need to get that mapped into GIS so we can get that put on the map so we know exactly what we're dealing with, what lines that we have opened up today, okay? I want to talk about contingency. The contingency branch is going to be up on the Yuba side. They're going to be heavily engaged and they're opening up a whole bunch of lines in there. I'm pushing dozers over there. We're going to pre-treat some of that area over on that other side. Contingency branch has got a big job today with validation and what roads we can open, anticipating that fire coming across the drainage, okay? So those are the priorities today. I'll run through them one more time for you. Mid-hotel, Mike, Papa, mid-Romeo, contingency. That's where we're sitting. If you need any air support, we'll talk to Air Ops coming up next, but there we have that available for you. Please get on the horn. Have a super safe day. Stay engaged. Please keep the operational tempo high. Just understand that the divisions that are going out today are not the same as they were yesterday. So as you're doing transitions in camp and then you get out to the fire line, make sure you're tying in with the right divisions that were out there last night because they're going to be a little bit different. Call me. Have a safe day. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before we get to air ops, we'd like to give the weather. The forecast for this afternoon is 88 to 94 degrees with 9 to 14% humidity. Tonight, they're looking at the temperatures drop down to 63 to 68 degrees with a humidity recovery of 30 to 35%. We don't have a direct F-band analysis for you, but having looked at the maps all last night, Mike, Papa, and a hotel where a lot of the activity is going to be, there's a lot of potential for swirling winds. So it's not going to be consistent. The only thing that's going to be consistent with your winds today is that they're inconsistent. So I think Chief Wallen said it had on a swivel for that. Now we'll go into our air ops plan. Sean Ryan.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sean Ryan. I'm the Air Operations Branch Director. Today for the fire, we have one air attack and two S2s earlied up. The air attack will be over the fire as soon as he's able, hopefully launching around 0800. We also have a staffed helico platform going to be requested around 0800. We have three Type 1 helicopters assigned, 2 Type 2s, and then an order for 2 additional Type 1s and 1 additional Type 2. We're setting up the Brownsville helibase in the community of Brownsville, so that should be coming online at some point during today's shift. If you have any aircraft requests or needs, go through your aerial supervision, either Air Attack or Helco. Don't go direct to Grass Valley or to the helibase. It should be routed through your aerial supervision. And we have the CDF TAC 22 is going to be your air-to-ground. We only have the one air-to-ground for this incident as of right now. So use it as needed, use it sparingly, be concise when you communicate with aerial supervision to make sure that there's room for everybody to communicate their needs. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Safety will be established this morning at 8 with the transition to the SAC Incident Management Team 3. And now with the medical plan, comm plan, and logistics, Matt Seebeck.
All right, good morning, logistics. First and foremost, please bear with us while we're standing up the fairgrounds here, and all our units are coming in as we requested and ordered them last night. So please hang tight. With that, our MKU is up and functioning, so please grab breakfast out here at gate 1. Hydration and lunches are at gate 4 with the equipment parking area. And then dinner is scheduled for 5 p.m. tonight. The ground support's also being currently set up, but for any mechanical issues at the current time or throughout the day, I'm going to give you guys a phone number, so pens and pencils. You're going to contact our FEM here in the unit, Mike Scobie. His phone number is 530-277-2330. Lodging is off site right now. I'm going to give you another phone number. You're going to contact Suzanne, and her phone number is 530-906-2269. And if we could all go to our ICS 205, we'll go over the comm plan. All right, so today's comm plan, all divisions, command is CDF Command 2. For all divisions, air-to-ground tactical, CDF TAC 22. Division Alpha and Mike, you'll be using your tactical channel, CDF TAC 29. Division Romeo and Papa, you'll be utilizing CDF TAC 30. Division X-Ray and Contingency Group, CDF TAC 31. And then for medical, all divisions, please utilize CalCord. And with that, let's go into our medical plan. All right, our medical plan, ICS 206. We do not have a Med-L set up. We are in the process of getting that ordered and filled. So we'd like to go over just the special medical emergency procedure there, number 6. For line emergencies, crew supervisor will contact Division Soup with patient complaint conditions and location. Division group supervisor contacts closest EMS resource, comms unit, and then the comms unit will contact ground or air ambulance as requested, operations, safety, and the Med-LL as they get established. Division supervisors or designee will serve as a point of contact, run medical emergencies on assigned channel. A pre-assigned TAC frequency, i.e. CalCord, should be used for IWI and only for duration of the emergency. Communications unit will clear the command channel for emergency traffic as needed for duration of the need. And that is your medical plan.
Thank you.
Good morning, Tiffany Tracy. I'll be the finance section chief for the Rice's incident. Shift tickets. I don't expect any to come in today, maybe this afternoon. However, if you're working division, please get shift tickets on your private suppliers. Local government. If I have local government out here or OES resources, please check in with me at some point in time during the incident. We're going to need your assistance by hire agreement or any agreements on file. For shift ticket books for my divisions, I don't have any here at site yet. However, I should acquire some by this afternoon, if not for sure tomorrow morning. Off-site feeding, no off-site feeding, please. We do have a kitchen established, so no off-site feeding. Comp claims, please take this number down. For instance, if you have an injury, there's damage out on the line that you notice, please be as descriptive as possible. Get addresses, phone numbers, information as much as I can get. My number is 530-559-7962. Again, for any comp claims, please be descriptive. If it is an injury, get that information to me if you can, especially if it was a hospitalization within a first 24-hour period. Secondly, water. If you are pulling water out of a pond or a tank or any kind of a resource that's on any kind of private property, please document that and get that information to me as soon as possible. For my private agreements, finance is not set up yet. However, I will be here at this stage until all of the divisions have broken out and everybody's going to their assignments to collect your agreements. Thank you.
Thank you. Our division breakout locations are posted on the ponderosas here behind you. Law enforcement, your breakout is going to be in front of the Frosty Freeze. All unassigned resources, please meet me here at the front of the stage. Our next operational briefing will be tomorrow morning at 0700. And now, closing comments from Incident Commander.
Morning, everybody. Jim Mathias. I am the Incident Commander. We're in unified command with CAL FIRE, and my partner's over here, Brandon Spear, Lieutenant from YCSO, and then Captain Sam Brown from Nevada County SO. So we've identified and verified the objectives. You have those in your IAP. That's our leader's intent, and we're going to break it down a little bit more. The most important word for today is safety, right? We're in some very steep country. We saw a lot of spot fires, and we really need to take control of this incident early on. How are we going to mitigate that? We're going to be ready for any IWI, and we're going to follow that procedure, and we're going to be as careful as we can. Folks, we are in dangerous country. It's steep, it's hot, and we're in the early stages of the incident. We've got to maintain accountability, and you've got to pay attention to safety. This is some dangerous country, so let's pay attention to that. We are in a river drainage that's got a lot of variables that are associated with it. A lot of fire history there, and some dangerous stuff's happening, so keep your eyes open, head on a swivel, and follow all those safety guidelines that we have. We're going to prep for those IWIs and be ready for them so we're not surprised when they happen, and we're going to try to prevent them as much as we can. Information has got to flow up through the chain of command. We are information starved, and we want to make sure that we keep that information coming up through your chain of command so ops and the ICs can make a good plan for you for the rest of the day. Early on in the incident, that's what we want to do. Folks, thanks for being here, everybody. We really appreciate having you.
All right, thank you. Now for closing comments from CAL FIRE Liaison Unit Chief Brian Estes.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brian Estes. I'm the Unit Chief for the Nevada Yuba Placer Unit. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for your commitment here to assist us in this incident. I want to say that make sure everyone understands that I fully support the management and control objectives set forth by our incident commander and the ops section. With that being said, there may be a lot of folks out here who were on an incident very similar to this in 2009. This country is unforgiving. We have a lot of people who have been displaced out of their homes. We have a lot of communities and private properties that are threatened to the north and northeast of this fire, okay? So right now, this is the #1 priority in our agency right now across the state of California. I do not want to hang a big river drainage fire in this unit out to dry for the next 2 weeks. What I need from you is a commitment to safety, focus, clear operational objectives, and working together to obtain those objectives, okay? You do that for me, and I will support all of you through the unit and through our command structure. So thank you very much. Let's get some sense of normality back to the north end of Nevada County here in the next week or so. So thank you very much for helping us out. Have a good, safe shift.